Bitcoin has been continuing to dump to the downside, falling down below the 50 weekly moving average, and now we are trading in a bear market. Now, are we going to be seeing some type of a relief rally like we can always see? Every single time we drop into a bear market, we always see a relief rally back into the 50 weekly moving average. So will we be seeing the same thing again right now? Because the data is certainly lining up. So we need to talk about that exactly in today's update video. What is going to be the most important level of support for Bitcoin? What am I going to be doing next with the Bitcoin price action? What do I expect in the longer term? And also, where am I going to be buying my Bitcoin again? So a lot of things to discuss in today's update video. So as always, let's get started with a shorter time frame. And in that shorter time frame, yes, Bitcoin has been continuing its drop to the downside. Obviously, we've been falling down below the 50 weekly moving average, and because of that, we've been officially trading inside of a bear market. Yes, before dropping off below the 50 weekly moving average, we have been having a look into many warning signals, like the second Fibonacci level of resistance, like the end of the 4-year cycle, like some altcoins like Zcash exploding to the upside, just like has happened during last cycle. And also, on-chain indicators have been suggesting a peak already for a long time. The dollar currency index is pushing back to the upside. All some pretty big and huge warning signals. And we have more, which we need to talk about later in today's updated video. But first of all, yes, the obvious warning signals have all been there. And right now, Bitcoin is just breaking down below the 50 weekly moving average and continuing its descent to the downside. Now, there is one thing we need to be aware of, because every single time that we've been entering a bear market and we've been falling down below the 50 weekly moving average, during every single start of the bear market, we've always come back up to be retesting the 50 weekly moving average. We've always come back up to be retesting the 200 daily moving average, which currently is sitting at the 110k level, will obviously drop a little bit more to the downside. The 50 weekly moving average will also drop a bit more to the downside. So we could be expecting and we could be seeing a rally back into these levels within the coming few weeks, which would be setting Bitcoin back at the 100k level, the 103k level, and which is going to be a perfect retest of previous support turning into resistance. So this would be a very good opportunity, both for us to catch a little bit of a shorter time frame bottom, but also to catch a short position if we were to continue this relief rally, if Bitcoin indeed is about to retrace to these significant levels, to short that pump to the upside and then short the continuation of the bear market. Because this is exactly what Bitcoin has been doing every single start of the bear market, and I would not be surprised to see the same thing happening all over again. And the data is certainly backing this up, because first of all, Bitcoin has been hitting a massive level of support right over here from previous support, previous resistance, right now turning back into support. On top of that, we have been hitting the yearly open, which is a massive level of support. And we've been slightly bouncing from off this level, so that is very good. But more importantly, Bitfinex whales, so yeah, the big whales in leverage trading, they're opening up some huge long positions. The whales are buying now over on the Bitfinex exchange, which has, historically speaking, always marked the Bitcoin bottom. Whenever longs have been increasing, the Bitcoin price has been bottoming out. Now, on top of that, we've also been seeing extreme fear, and we are still seeing extreme fear. Usually, this is always confluencing with the Bitcoin bottom, and usually it is always a good moment to buy extreme fear. And yes, I do still think so. I do still think that because of this extreme fear, we can be seeing this relief rally, right? But I do also want you to be aware of the fact that during a bear market, we can see extreme fear for a very long time, much longer than anybody expects. Just like you can see right over here, you can see extreme levels of fear for a very long amount of time. during the bear market, on the way down, you will always see extreme fear. So keep that one in mind. However, yes, anyways, again, in a shorter time frame, I am expecting somewhat of a relief rally before then continuing the descent, because the longer term charts are looking very dangerous. Now, we've also been getting a dead cross for Bitcoin, and also what we can be seeing with the dead cross confluencing is that every single time we've been peaking out a Bitcoin cycle, 4-year cycle with a Bitcoin dead cross, we've always been coming back up to be retesting the dead cross. And then we had it even lower. Then we headed into the official bear market. So right now, because of this dead cross in the end part of the 4-year cycle, we can easily come back up to retest the dead cross and then continue the descent lower, right? Just like we can be seeing with the 50 weekly moving average, just like we can see with the extreme fear, just like all of the long positions that are currently being opened and massive levels of support currently being reached. So I would not be surprised to see this recovery rally, this relief rally. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about that. Anyways, if you are going to be getting interested in trading, make sure to check out this link down below, because you can claim a free 30 USDT by just signing up an account with that second link down below over on 2bit. The only thing you need to do is sign up an account. No KYC, no deposit is required, and 30 USDT will be deposited into your account, into the rewards hub at the top section. Or just go to your profile icon and there you go, reward center. You can see a $30 voucher instantly in your account by just signing up an account with that link below. On top of that, you can also be claiming some huge deposit bonuses and trading volume bonuses. All of the details are explained right over here in your screen. So make sure to check out the 2bit exchange. Some huge deposit bonuses are available. Now, one thing I do want to be mentioning is that the VIX right now is up for 4 consecutive weeks. And the last time that this has happened was in March 2020. Usually whenever the VIX is going up this significantly, it is always confluencing with uncertainty in the economy, uncertainty in the market. And yes, we can already see for the stock market, we are creating some huge bearish divergences on the RSI indicator. And if indeed the stock market is about to be topping out anytime soon, I mean, we are very overextended from the 200 weekly moving average. Well, if we are about to be topping out anytime soon, like we have always been doing after these weekly bearish divergences, well, then we can be expecting a massive correction back to the 200 weekly moving average. And that would be massive and would be dragging Bitcoin also to the downside for a bear market that might be potentially on the horizon, right? Because all of the data has already been suggesting that we are going to be entering a bear market, that everything is looking rather a little bit more weak. That is why we have been scaling out of the market right over here. I've been warning you multiple times in every single video of mine. I've been bullish throughout the entire cycle, only just at the top I've been flipping and switching a little bit more bearish. So all of the warning signals have been there. Now, there's one interesting note. Well, people are saying this cycle could look like last cycle. But how many times in Bitcoin history did the fractals repeat next cycles? 0 times. Every single cycle has always been different. During the 2013 cycle, we have seen a double blow off top. During the 2017 cycle, we have only seen 1 blow off top. During the 2021 cycle, we have seen a double top and then reversing back to the downside. And during this cycle, the 2025-2024 cycle, we are seeing a distribution at the top being created. So this is exactly what I've been explaining multiple times already 1 year in advance. 1 year ago, I've been saying this cycle, we will be doing something different. Probably this cycle, we are going to be seeing a distribution, which we have exactly seen during this top. That is also the reason why I've been saying that we will be seeing a liquidity grab above the second Fibonacci level of resistance, above the previous highs, and then we're going to be topping out. So yeah, congratulations if you have been listening to that. All of the warning signals, again, have been there right in front of your eyes. So yeah, congratulations if you have been listening. in all of the midst of all of the fear, of all of the euphoria and all of the greed. Anyways, one thing which is very important now is that the labor market is looking very shaky. And this has been the core reason of why I've been getting a lot more bearish and a lot more careful in the markets. I mean, we have already been seeing a lot of layoffs of all of the big companies. Okay, and yesterday we have been getting some more labor market data in, and it has been looking weak. Now, what is going to be very important is that today we will be getting the FOMC minutes, which will be important to be having a look into. Some very good data could be coming out, some very bad data could be coming out, so let's see about that. But more importantly, tomorrow we are about to see the non-farm payrolls and the unemployment rate. So I will be going live while this data will be getting released tomorrow. Make sure to tune in because this data will be the most important data we will get in a long time. I mean, why is it so important? Because the labor market is weakening. The economy is weakening. Because the economy is weakening, we are seeing these interest rate cuts. But interest rate cuts, of course, in a shorter time frame, in the imminent short time frame, could be pretty good. But in a medium time frame, usually it's pretty bad because it is signaling a weakening economy, a recessionary economy. And always whenever we do enter a recession, usually assets tend to fall. And of course, in an extremely long term, interest rate cuts are going to be very bullish because it is going to be causing more money printing, and more money printing is going to be causing even higher prices in our assets, right? So that is also one of the main reasons why I've been saying in that medium time frame, I'm getting a lot more bearish because we have been seeing these interest rate cuts, and that has been exactly playing out. We are seeing recessionary rate cuts. The economy is looking shaky, it is looking weak, and right now we are getting all of the data getting released right now, finally out, that is going to be proving this. I mean, we have been seeing the US government shut down, so this data hasn't been coming out, but right now this data will be coming out and will be showing everyone clearly that yes, the economy is starting to look way more recessionary. And whenever people will start to realize this, well, prices are gonna fall down even further to the downside. That is why my orders will be down over here. And I would already suggest, of course, I cannot give financial advice, but I would already suggest you, again, no financial advice, to already set up your game plan, to already set up your move, right? What you want to do if indeed the Bitcoin price is about to drop lower, where and at what levels you want to buy X amount of Bitcoin. What is going to be your strategy? My strategy is going to be dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin. The lower we will go, the more aggressively I will be dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin. The 200 weekly moving average is going to be a very important line for me for Bitcoin. If we are going to be reaching around near this level, well, I'm going to be starting to scale into Bitcoin very aggressively. If we are going to be hitting the lower end of this spectrum, well, then I'll be doing everything I possibly can to buy more Bitcoin because it is a once in a lifetime opportunity. We will not have these opportunities much more in the future. So again, yes, right now, if the market is going to be realizing that we are looking recessionary with the economy, well, probably the stock market is also going to be retracing. The stock market has been very overextended, and yeah, we have been creating these bearish divergences. We've been very overextended to the 200 weekly moving average, and this has always been confluencing to a break back to the 200 weekly moving average. But also at the same time, I do want to be saying this is a bubble, right? And nobody knows when the bubble is going to be bursting. Is it already going to be now, or is it going to be in a few months' time? Nobody knows. One thing is going to be for certain, it is going to be a bubble, but the bubble can easily be propped up even more, and we can continue the rally even higher a little bit more to the upside and then see the bubble burst, right? So I do want you to be aware of that, and that is also the reason why I'm definitely not shorting this S&P move right over here. I'm rather going to be having a look into Bitcoin opportunities. I'm rather going to be having a look into this relief rally and maybe shorting that relief rally, right? Also longing the bottom right over here. But if you want to be updated about that exactly, make sure to join my Platinum group for free with the first link down below. And anyways, guys, with that being said, of course, sign up an account over on 2bit if you like some free money, if you like a good trading exchange with cheap trading fees. Make sure to be checking it out. And anyways, guys, with that being said, I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.